All right, let's check on what's happening at the movies this weekend. One of the highlights for theaters is a new version of the Beatles' Get Back. Film critic Tom Santilli with Movie Show Plus is with us now. And hey, Tom, it's great to see you again every Friday. And I want to talk about this Beatles documentary because this is considered a short version, right? But it's still like 2 hours long, isn't it?
Yeah, so this was a tremendous documentary. People can watch it right now on Disney Plus. But the whole thing, it's 4 episodes, but it's 7 hours long. It's fascinating. You know, everybody's like a Beatles fan, right? But ever since watching this documentary, that's all I've been listening to. My 5-year-old wants to hear Beatles songs. It's a phenomenon, right? But yeah, they took that 7-hour documentary and they condensed it down really to the famous rooftop concert that the Beatles performed in 1969. It was their last live performance, and they're presenting it on IMAX theaters, and it's a 60-minute concert, and then it's followed by a Q&A with Peter Jackson, who's the guy, of course, from Lord of the Rings and stuff, who directed and put this documentary together. By the way, Sunday, which is the day it airs in the theaters, Sunday the 30th, it's playing at AMC Livonia IMAX. That's the only local theater. There are tickets still available, but that is actually the 53-year anniversary of the actual concert. That's why it's releasing on that day. But yeah, it's definitely something worth looking at.
And is it only going to be that one night? Do you know if is it going to be in theaters any more than just that one day?
It will be in theaters just that one day in IMAX, and then there are plans to release it just for one weekend over Valentine's Day weekend. So you know, maybe people can go grab their surf and turf from McDonald's and then head to the movies with their partner.
Don't get sick before you go to the theater, otherwise you'll miss out. But
That's true.
All right. Well, any big releases as far as streaming films this weekend?
Yeah, it's another light week. I mean, we're in January, so everything's light. There's a new Ice Age movie coming to Disney Plus, streaming today. There's also a comedy coming to Netflix called Home Team. Stars Kevin James as the coach of the New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton, but it's like a comedic turn. And then really there's a lot of series coming out that I think are worth looking into. The first one is called The After Party. It looks pretty funny. It's coming to Apple TV Plus. That's today. And then there's next Tuesday is the highly anticipated Pam and Tommy, which is like the Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee series. It stars Lily James and Sebastian Stan and Seth Rogen. So there's some things like that are on the horizon here in the next, this weekend and in the next week.
And I think those are the same people that made the Tanya Harding movie.
Yeah, right? That's right. And then, of course, too, I'd like to mention that there's a really fascinating series coming to Showtime this weekend. It's called We Need to Talk About Cosby, and it's a 4-part docuseries. Anybody who has been following Bill Cosby at all, in the news over the past several years knows that he's been accused of sexually assaulting over 60 women. This series is produced by Kamau Bell, who does the United Shades of America. He's a great, provocative, comedic, filmmaker. And this is a really good, interesting look at Bill Cosby, his career, and kind of like, how do you square this idea that we all grew up loving him, yet he did all these horrible things? So it kind of dives into that question, and it's really fascinating, and I definitely recommend people watch it.
I think the title says that, too. We need to talk about Cosby.
That's right.
Tom Santilli, we appreciate you being with us every Friday, and it's great to see you again. You go to movieshowplus.com to get the latest on new releases and see all of Tom's reviews. Thanks, Tom. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Kevin. You too, man.